Sarah Mitchell had known Jessica Carter since college. 10 years of friendship, countless late-night conversations, road trips, and shared secrets. One massive mistake, asking her to be maid of honor. The warning signs were there, subtle as smoke. The way Jessica's smile tightened when Sarah showed her the engagement ring. The pause before she said, "I'm so happy for you." The questions about Tom that felt less like friendly interest and more like an interrogation. But Sarah missed them all. She was too busy being in love, planning a wedding, building a life with Tom Harrison, the kindest man she'd ever met, with his easy laugh and the way he remembered how she took her coffee. What Sarah didn't know was that Jessica had been in love with Tom since the engagement party 18 months ago. What Sarah didn't know was that her best friend had spent the last 3 months systematically trying to destroy her wedding. It started at the engagement party. Tom had been introducing Jessica to his groomsmen, and she'd watched him return to Sarah, watched him kiss her forehead, watched the way they moved together like they shared the same heartbeat. Jessica had convinced herself that Tom was supposed to be hers. They'd flirted at Sarah's birthday party 2 years ago. She was sure of it. He'd laughed at her jokes, touched her arm when he talked. That meant something, didn't it? But then Sarah had swooped in, and suddenly they were inseparable. It wasn't fair. Sarah already had everything. The great job, the perfect apartment, the effortless charm. Why did she get Tom too? So Jessica decided to take action. Her first move was surgical. A coffee date with Sarah's Aunt Patricia, a traditional woman who believed in propriety and had strong opinions about everything.
Patricia, I'm worried about Sarah. I probably shouldn't say anything, but as her aunt, you should know.
Know what?
I saw her at a bar last week, very close with another man. I didn't want to believe it, but
Sarah is cheating on Tom?
I don't know for sure. Maybe it was innocent, but it didn't look innocent. I just thought family should know before the wedding.
Next was Tom's mother, Linda Harrison. Jessica ran into her at the gym, accidentally on purpose.
Mrs. Harrison, I feel terrible mentioning this, but has Tom talked to you about Sarah's spending problem? She maxed out 3 credit cards last month. I'm just worried about Tom's future, you know? Marriage is about financial partnership.
3 credit cards?
I shouldn't have said anything. Please don't tell Sarah I told you. I just care about Tom.
Then came the bridesmaids. Brunch at their favorite spot, mimosas flowing.
Don't tell Sarah I told you, but she's having serious doubts. She told me she's not sure Tom is ambitious enough. I think she might call it off.
She watched the information spread like ripples in water. Each bridesmaid texting their own contacts, the rumor growing with each retelling. Hey, weird question, but has Tom seemed stressed? Sarah mentioned she's been fighting with him constantly. Just want to make sure he's okay. An anonymous email to Tom's boss, hinting that Sarah's instability might affect Tom's work performance.
I'm probably wrong, but I thought you should know.
Each lie was carefully crafted, each rumor strategically placed. Jessica was playing chess while everyone else played checkers, and she was winning. 2 weeks before the wedding, the pressure finally cracked them. Sarah sat in her apartment, mascara running, while Tom paced the kitchen. "Your mother called me a gold digger, Tom. A gold digger? Where would she even get that idea?"
I don't know. My aunt called asking if you were cheating on me. Your uncle keeps making comments about my job not being good enough. It's like everyone's turned against us.
Maybe we should postpone. No, we're not letting other people's drama ruin our day. We love each other, Sarah. That's what matters. Sarah nodded, but her confidence was shaken. The foundation of their relationship suddenly felt fragile, undermined by invisible hands. 1 week before the wedding, Jessica made her boldest move yet. She hit send and smiled. This was it. The final nail in the coffin. When the venue canceled and the chaos erupted, surely Tom would see that Sarah was too unstable, too unreliable. Surely he'd call it off. And then maybe he'd turn to Jessica, the friend who'd been there all along. But Jessica had made one critical mistake. She'd gotten sloppy, overconfident, and she'd underestimated Sarah Mitchell. When the venue called Sarah about the cancellation request, Sarah's confusion turned to alarm, then to cold, analytical focus. "What email address did they use?" she asked, writing it down carefully. Patterns were my specialty, and suddenly a very disturbing pattern was emerging. "Aunt Patricia, who told you I was cheating?" Jessica mentioned it. "Mrs. Harrison, where did you hear about credit card debt?" Jessica said. "Marcus, who told you Tom and I were fighting constantly?" Jessica texted. Every thread led back to the same person. Her maid of honor, her best friend of 10 years. Emergency meeting at a downtown coffee shop. 3 tense friends huddle, whispering plans over coffee as urgency builds.
The fake account that tried to cancel your venue? Created from Jessica's IP address. She wasn't even using a VPN. Amateur hour. And look at this. She's been screenshotting your private Instagram posts and sending them to a burner account. She's been documenting your relationship for months.
Why would Jess do this?
Because she wants you. She's been sabotaging us for months. Every rumor, every piece of drama, every family member turning against us, it all traces back to her. What do you want to do? I want to get married, and I want everyone to know the truth.
You look beautiful, Sarah. Tom is so lucky. We're both lucky. Thanks for being here, Jess. It means everything. Of course. That's what best friends are for.
Vows exchanged, promises of honesty, trust, and unwavering support.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Best Man's Heartfelt Toast plays.
I've known Sarah for 10 years. She's been my best friend through breakups, job changes, cross-country moves. She's brilliant, kind, and stubborn as hell. When she told me about Tom, I knew he was special. Anyone who could make Sarah light up like that had to be. I'm so happy for both of you.
Thank you, Jessica. That was something. I also want to say a few words. Marriage is built on trust, honesty, having people in your corner who genuinely want you to be happy. Tom and I almost didn't make it here today. For months, someone close to us spread lies, told my aunt I was cheating, told Tom's mother I had secret debt, told our friends we were constantly fighting, even tried to cancel our venue. We couldn't figure out who would do something so cruel, who would systematically try to destroy our relationship. Then we found the evidence. Jessica Carter, my maid of honor, my best friend of 10 years, the woman standing right there. Sarah, I don't know what you're talking about. The IP address from your apartment, the phone number registered in your name, the fake social media account created on your device. Should I continue? The room was silent enough to hear champagne bubbles popping.
You don't understand. Tom and I had something before you. We never had anything, Jessica. We talked at one party. That's it.
But you laughed at my jokes. You looked at me, so you tried to destroy my wedding, ruin my relationship, turn my family against me? You could have just told me you had feelings for him. I would have been hurt, but I would have understood. We could have worked through it. Instead, you spent 3 months gaslighting me, lying to everyone I love, trying to make me think I was going crazy. I'm sorry. No, you're not. You're sorry you got caught. Jessica, you're not just losing me as a friend today. Everyone here now knows what you did. Aunt Patricia, Mrs. Harrison, all our college friends, they all know you lied to them, used them as weapons against me. I want you to leave. Now. And I want you to think about the fact that you didn't just lose me today. You lost everyone who ever trusted you.
Can we get back to celebrating now? Absolutely.
The DJ started the music. Slowly, the guests returned to celebration, the drama becoming the story they'd tell for years. The wedding where the bride publicly destroyed her maid of honor. The revenge served cold with a side of champagne. Jessica's lies spread through their social circle within hours of the wedding. But this time, the truth spread faster. Screenshots of Sarah's evidence went viral in their friend group. By midnight, Jessica had deleted all her social media accounts. Within a week, she'd been fired from her job. Human Resources had discovered she'd been spreading similar lies about a co-worker who'd gotten a promotion Jessica wanted. Within a month, she'd moved to another state. A fresh start, she told herself. But reputations have a way of following you, and the internet never forgets. Do you ever hear from Jessica? No. Last I heard, she moved to Phoenix. Fresh start, I guess. Do you regret exposing her like that? Not even a little. She tried to ruin the happiest day of my life. She manipulated everyone we loved. She tried to steal my future. She deserved to face consequences. Some people think you were too harsh. Some people didn't spend 3 months being gaslighted by someone they trusted. Some people didn't watch their family turn against them because of calculated lies. I gave her exactly what she earned. The truth, publicly. The same way she'd publicly tried to destroy me. I'm just glad you figured it out before she succeeded. Me too. Besides, I got my happy ending. She got exactly what she deserved. Some people call it revenge. Sarah called it justice. Either way, Jessica Carter learned a valuable lesson that day. When you spend months building a house of lies, don't be surprised when someone burns it down with the truth. And sometimes, the best revenge isn't elaborate or subtle. Sometimes it's simply letting everyone see exactly who someone really is, and letting them face the natural consequences of their own actions. Sarah and Tom's marriage thrived. They built a life based on the honesty and trust that Jessica had tried to destroy. They had 2 kids, a house with a garden, and the kind of happiness that comes from weathering storms together. Jessica, last anyone heard, was still moving from city to city, job to job, friendship to friendship, always running from a past that followed her like a shadow, always wondering if people knew, always alone. Some lessons you learn the hard way, and some bridges, once burned, can never be rebuilt.